Ready?
This is a nice setup, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
What's the name of this podcast officially?
The name of this podcast is The Only Competition.
The Only Competition. What's the reason behind that?
Because I'm super prideful and I like to compete with other people, and it kind of...
Like you're your only competition? Like that?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So I found that I'm prideful. I've always tried to compete with other people, and that comparison has really driven me to put a lot more attention on like accomplishments and doing things as opposed to like enjoying my life and being with my family. So I just try not to let it control my life. And actually that's a perfect segue into the first question. What do you do for work? And because you don't go the entrepreneurship route, you've gone the corporate route, and I might add, very successfully.
I don't know what that means.
Are you still working for one of the big four?
Yeah.
Okay. You switched recently, right?
Yep.
Who were you working for before? Who are you working for now?
So I was working for Ernst & Young, and that was my first job right out of college. So when I graduated in 2021, it was like the last couple of months of the semester. One of the BYU alumni, he had been at EY for like 20 years, and so he was recruiting pretty heavily, which I don't know if I told you this story, but I had a different... Because your whole like last year of college, right? You're really stressed trying to find a full-time job.
Oh, I wasn't, dude. I was just messing around.
Yeah,
I graduated with a German degree. I wasn't doing much.
Well, most people in the business school are stressed because you're like trying to, find a job, and COVID had just happened. We still didn't know like what that was going to look like for the future of work. Oh, yeah. It was right during the election. That year, my last year was the election year. So everyone was like, oh, well, if Trump wins, if Biden wins, it's going to be like way different, like depending on what. So there's a lot of like things there that were super stressful. And then I got an offer from, I think it was like Deloitte, for some job that I didn't know what it was really. I thought it was cybersecurity because that's my major, right? It's like I focused on information systems. That was my undergrad and graduate degree, but then I wanted to focus on cybersecurity. So there was this like cyber job, and they were like, they gave an offer, and it was like, I mean, I'll just be transparent. It was like, I think it was like $59,000 or something. And I was like we had known at the IS program, the average coming out of the program was like 85, I think. Yeah. Or like 83. And so like 58, I was like, jeez. I'm like, what do I do? But it was like, it was the only offer I had like gotten. Yeah. And I had been like going through interviews and stuff. So I was like stressed. This was like in December. So I was like, I still have a couple months, but I'm like, do I turn this down and then not have a job, right? And like Whitney was going to have, like Brinley was going to be born the next month and stuff. And I was like, I got to support a family. So I was super stressed. And it was going to be in Arizona. It was going to be in like Gilbert. Yeah. And I was like, oh, maybe I can like live in Arizona, I guess. Maybe that's good. Then we looked at like the housing market in Arizona. I was like, oh, I can't even live here. It's too expensive. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. But
this recruiter,
I just was like, I can't remember like who I talked to, but I was just like, I don't know if I can do it. Like part of it was the money, but like also part of it was like it was just so hard, that decision whether to decide to take it or not. But with Faith, I guess I was just like, let's just not do it. And so I said no, not knowing like what's going to happen. I'm like, this could be a really bad decision. I could be totally like just upset for months. Like, oh, like some money's better than no money. Maybe I take it and then I can find something later down the road. Didn't take it. But then fast forward to that recruiter, that BYU alumni who had reached out and stuff. And he had been like, they were like trying to find people. And it's like already towards the end of the year. By now it's like April. We graduate in April. Yeah. And I'm like, it's like everyone was like, oh, so what are you doing now? I'm like, I don't know. like I remember I went to like weddings and stuff. They were like, what do you? So where are you
asked them? They're like, I took a $59,000 job. Yeah.
Everyone was talking about these like crazy jobs and stuff, and I was just like, so what are you doing? And I'm just like, I don't know. So that was hard, but it was worth it because then he was like, it ended up being a really good decision. The role was like a cybersecurity consultant at EY, and was good because I had kind of heard it, but I didn't really think too much about it because I didn't know it was like a serious option. But then the best part about being a cybersecurity consultant is just being able to be exposed to a bunch of different companies, a bunch of different teams. It keeps things fresh because things are changing all the time.
Yeah.
From projects, from the clients, the type of technologies you're dealing with. Cybersecurity as like a whole field in general, I think was really attractive because it changes all the time.
Yeah.
I know a lot of things change in tech.
And we're going to talk a lot about that today.
Yeah.
A lot of AI.
Yeah, not today.
Not much time.
At some point. Maybe we just like film like over the next month and then just put it in one big episode and act like we did it one sitting.
Yeah.
Even though we're in different clothes and we just act like everything's the same.
I'll grow a longer beard.
It's all the same
Just
episode.
growing in one episode.
But yeah, like I like the freshness of that. So that ended up being good because the first couple of years I was at EY for I think 3 years. And it was fine. Every company, every industry has
With the exception of a project or two and a manager or two.
yeah. Yeah. That's the thing.
I remember those stuff.
Yeah. So there's pros and cons, and that's the thing too. Is like sometimes you get hard managers or hard teams, but you know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you only have to put up with them for a little bit longer most of the time.
Benefit of a corporate job.
Yeah,
You can bounce around.
yeah.
And you did that, right? So you worked for EY. When did you switch to the new one? What is
I was on paternity leave. I took I think 2 full paternity leaves at EY, which were 4 months each. So I had 8 months of paid leave.
Oh my gosh.
But on the second one, during paid leave, I had just heard that we were getting like 1% raises and 1% bonuses.
You're like, I'm out.
And I was like,
I'm different.
that's crazy. Like, you might as well just start taking away money. Just ask me to start paying you because
Well, I mean, inflation goes,
I know, I literally am. So after that, it's just hard because you're like, what do I even do? Like, I don't have any leverage. I can't be like, pay me more money. They're going to be like.
And this was going to be my next question. For those that are going the corporate route, what did you do to increase your salary, and what can they do to increase their salary and essentially climb the corporate ladder in a quick way, in a way that doesn't totally nuke their career?
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak to a lot of different industries. I'd only be able to speak to like these consulting firms because they all work like pretty similarly, especially any of the big four. Like they employ a lot of people, and if you're looking into that, I've talked to a couple of people that are interested in going into cybersecurity consulting, like other people that are still at BYU and had questions, but it's basically a lot of it's just like time based, like just the longer you're there. But the way to like fast track those promotions is I know how to do it. I didn't do it though. That's the thing.
Is it butt kissing?
Yeah, it's not the fact that like, oh, I'm better than butt kissing. It's just that like you
Not
have
to say that's all you did. I know
Yeah.
you're smart.
Yeah. No, it's just like in order to move faster, I would say like I had maybe a slightly above average faster, like, but I there was people that I was working with, there were certain individuals where like their year-end ratings were always like the highest top tier thing. And I think it's like part of it is they have nothing better to do, I think. Like they're just, most of them are just
Work's their life.
work is their life, and that's fine for some people. Work is not my life, and I make that abundantly clear, and I'm okay with like it's just not worth the extra additional faster promotion, the extra money. Like sure, it might compound over time, but it's like
Yeah, then you're 80 or 70 and
Yeah.
you're looking back and you're like, what the heck did I do with my life?
but the thing is, some of those people don't have anything to sacrifice too. If you're single, it's like you have nothing to lose. Like sure, you might be giving up on I could have gone on more dates and got married soon or something. Maybe but if they don't care about that,
Then you
that's
can
fine for
grind
them.
it out.
But it's like I already have a wife, I already have kids. It's like I already have those things that I care about. Where it's like it just. I don't know. Part of it might be excuses too. Maybe I'm too lazy to like put in that extra time. Like, sure, there's more I could be doing, but part of it's like complacency is also really like easy to fall into when you're in the corporate world because you don't really have a choice if you're an entrepreneur. Like you've gotten used to like the mindset of you need to like put in the time to like continue to develop your skills and set yourself apart from competitions. Like that's just like inherent in the path you chose.
Yeah.
Where like it's easy to just be like, they're just paying me whether I like do this or not. And
Yeah, I've been there, man.
yeah,
I've been there.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice. It's fun in a lot of ways where you can say, hey, the company's going to survive for longer than a year. Like that's, yeah, I haven't had that in a while.
Yeah, I think that's just, and
I miss that.
yeah. And especially like early on, you have so little stakes at the company where it's like the kind of work you're doing, you're not invested too much because it's like, I'm just doing these
bigger
things.
decisions that are going to affect the entire company.
Yeah, where like as you move up to the higher roles, which is also like nerve wracking too, it's because like a whole different set of challenges you're getting paid more, but you're like your responsibilities way heavier, where you are ending up needing to sell work. You need to like in consulting, it's like you're going to these big clients.
Yeah.
And like I'm in group messages right now in these team chats, and like we're still trying to like they're trying to sign these multi-million-dollar deals, and it's like stressful because it's like you have this expectation to perform every year, and my managers are like stressed because they're trying to like sign this new work, and like I'm stressed because my utilization is like a metric they use for performance and for bonuses. Like how much of the year were you on a project billing the client versus just sitting on the bench not doing anything. Because they're not making money, so I'm not useful unless I'm billing it to a client. So
8 months later,
yeah,
paternity leave.
Yeah, luckily paternity leave is fine, but yeah, at least I have an excuse. If you're not on paternity leave, it's like you're not even on paternity leave. So it's like that utilization percentage, you want that to be high as possible, and so every day that you're not billing to a client, you just feel like you're slowly sinking lower and lower. The water, like you're drowning, and so much of it is out of your control too, which is hard because it's like you can't affect if you get on projects, if your manager's trying to sign this. Like this is the most recent experience. That's what I'm talking about, is like we did this huge like multi-million-dollar project, and then we wanted to do this extension that was going to be like 3 times more over like 9 months, like tons more money. And we thought it was all going to work out. And then like the client's dragging their feet, and they're like, oh, well, we don't know if we want to do it. And then they have to do all these like meetings internally. They're in no rush because it's like stuff they know they need to do. But like it's a big decision, so they're not gonna like rush it.
Yeah.
Or we're like, oh, just give us money, come on. And like they're like, oh, well, let's go out to bid, and so they'll open it up for bidding to like other companies, other consulting firms to like give their bids, and then their bids are way lower than what we priced it at, and then we have to justify why we're making more expensive, and then we have to say, oh, well, we've already invested this time with you. It's like all these things, and like I don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
But then like I'm directly affected if it doesn't work out, because I'm just like sitting here like, oh, I hope this signs so I can be utilized.
Yeah.
Where my manager's like, I can see from his perspective, he's like,
I need to get this deal.
He's like, I just want to get this deal.
Whether he's utilized.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care if you're utilized. I'm trying to like sign this deal so that I can have like meet my quotas and stuff. And so that's like really tricky balance. Like every time I'm complaining to him, I'm like, I gotta see things from his perspective of like, he's like, dude, like you're fine if you're not utilized. It's already towards the end of the year, but it just sucks because it's like, he doesn't lose anything by just like keeping me on the bench waiting to see if this project's going to be signed, because he's just like, I don't know, this is like super random, like specific work problems.
No, I like that. I like that. Well, here's a good question. How do you keep yourself grounded coming back from work? Like you're at home, you're with your kids, you're with your wife. Mm-hmm. How do you keep yourself grounded and not pulled into this? Like, let's say you are being utilized, you're at this project, you love it or you don't, you have to spend time with it. How do you keep yourself grounded so that that doesn't bleed into your family life, or does it bleed in, and how do you kind of manage that?
I would say the number one way, the ultimate guide to social media. No, just kidding.
No data to back it.
The number one way I stay grounded is by running and listening to my audiobooks.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing in the world right now. More favorite than my kids and family.
Yeah, of course.
It is my favorite thing. There's nothing in life that I love more.
1 mile, you're good.
Being able to run, basically, the more I think about it, instead of running while listening to a book, I'm listening to a book and I just happen to be running at the same time. Like it's more that way now.
Yeah.
Where like I'm going to listen to a book and then I'm just like, I might as well be doing something while like it started out where when I first started running again since high school, like picking it up more in Texas when I had to start fresh, start from the beginning. I was doing like 11-minute miles.
The foundation never leaves, but it helps a ton.
No, the foundation left.
Well, I mean, for you sat down for like 10 years.
That's what I'm saying. The foundation leaves if you don't do anything. So I didn't do anything for like a couple years. But seriously, I had to start from the beginning. So I had to start over running. I literally had to learn to run. I was sitting there. Whitney had to help me move my arms and legs. Yeah. I was trying to figure it out.
I was like, here's how you do it.
And I was like skipping on accident. I was like, gosh. And I was like trying over and over. I had to like film my form to make sure I like knew how to run. Yeah. She's like, it's walking but faster. And I couldn't do it. But Yeah. So running.
And listening to a book.
And then
Podcast.
I started out by like listening to the Nike like guided runs where the guy was like super nice and he's like,
Left foot.
yeah. And I'm just,
This is how you run.
no, he's like, just talks about like the psychology and just some of the guided runs. It's on, if you have the Nike app, you know what I'm talking about. But those were good. And then I was like, you know what? I should figure out how to download podcast. So my running setup right now is I have my watch.
Mm-hmm.
With my podcasts downloaded to it, my audiobooks.
So you
Sorry,
don't
not
have to take your
podcasts, my
phone?
audiobooks. Yeah, I don't like taking my phone.
Can you make calls on that in case
I can't make
someone's
calls.
trying to stalk you?
No,
You're
Whitney
just
hates it. Whitney hates
Wow.
it. Yeah, if I get bit by a
Really?
rattlesnake, she like
Yeah.
every time I like, because sometimes I'll run and then I'll be like, oh, I feel good. I'll go 2 more miles or something, you know?
Yeah, and then
she's like, he's dead. He's in the desert, just bit by a rattlesnake. I'm just,
he forgot how to run.
yeah, I'm in the desert.
Oh no!
I'm walking as fast as I can. I'm just. Just borrow someone's phone. I forgot how to run.
Well, I mean, have you ever gone too far where you like, or you twist an ankle or something?
No,
Dude,
I've
it's
almost
happened-
twisted my ankle a couple
It's happened
times.
5 times for me. I get out there and I'm like,
Are you
oh,
running
I
on
ran
roads
far.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine twist your ankle on roads, bro. I'm running in like trails, like desert, like washes, and like there's
twist
like
your
all
ankle
these.
a lot?
Sometimes I don't know what it is because I remember hearing that like if you run on trail running, it strengthens your like
does.
auxiliary like foot muscles on the side and like.
But you're risking it hard.
I know.
I've gotten screwed 3 times doing that. Just so hard, you can't walk. You're
Yeah,
just sitting there. and
I remember running multiple times where like I'll be so tired and then there'll be like all these weird like canyon things where the water is like washed out the dirt paths and I'll like step weird and I'll feel that where it does like that
Yeah.
weird flex and like almost I'm like that should have broke my ankle and somehow my ankle was completely fine. I'm like that was really scary, like where you almost twist it, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
happened a couple times where I'll do like 3 or 4 of these like
You kinda
like,
pop
it's
up
like,
and you're like, whoa.
it's like whoa. I'm like but it's fine. So it hasn't happened yet. Don't jinx it. But yeah, I so adjust my watch, no connection. It still has the GPS and stuff, so it's tracking my run, heart rate and everything. I have my AirPods connected
We can
and
see where
pants,
you're-
no
we can-
shirt,
we can check
no
where your-
underwear. What?
We could check what your heart rate is when you died.
Yeah, I'm just
Found
like,
his watch. Oh yeah.
yeah. As I'm bleeding out, I watch my heart rate just dropping.
Like, at least.
I'm just counting down. Like at least I know how to run now. But
That's cool. So
Yeah.
that's how you stay grounded. You go.
yeah,
on
I
runs,
love it
listen
so
to
much. I just transport into my book. You know my favorite author,
What-
Brandon Sanderson.
Brandon Sanderson.
You know.
I still haven't started those books.
Yeah, so you clearly don't care about my opinion. I've told him multiple times to start reading Brandon Sanderson. Anyone
I
who's
will.
read Brandon Sanderson knows how good of an author he is. He just has so many books, and so I have a whole list of the next books I want to read, and it's going to take like. And the thing is too, is I love his books. I don't have any other time to read. Like, when do you have time to read? Like,
You don't.
As a parent and a job,
Yeah.
and with kids and
As a
husband.
parent and a job.
As a job, I don't have any.
Your job for your wife, man. Your wife has to teach you how to run.
You know what I mean.
Okay.
It's like I only have the hour or 2 because I'm running like probably total of like 2 hours of running time a week total, right?
Oh, a week. Okay, I was like a day.
week.
I was like,
No.
how many miles?
And I'm only
running
running twice a week, right?
Okay,
Because I'm
twice a
working
week.
out 4 times, 4 times, 5, 6. Yeah, 4 times I work out, and then the other 2 I run. So I work out 6 days.
That's healthy.
And
How far do you run?
just wait, dude. Why would you say when I'm middle of this? Have you seen that Chris D'Elia? I'll show you later. He's like, when I'm talking, you don't say the words, and the words get jumbled together. The running 2 hours a week, I only get 2 hours of the audiobook a week.
Yeah, yeah.
So his books are like 60 hours.
That's-
like,
Still knocking them out.
still that's 30 weeks to finish a book. Like that, like when I was a, ravenous reader when I was a kid, I would just pound these books in like a day and a half. You know what I mean? Like I would spend 24 hours just reading the books.
Day and a half? You get 60 hours worth of reading done in a day and a half?
Yep.
Wow.
Have you seen that one clip, that podcast clip where that guy's like, your day's 24 hours. I split my day into 2. Have you seen that one? Bro, I have someone to show you.
Well, we got to figure out here. What we'll do is you'll show me, and then we'll just throw it up on the video. Like,
we have 5 minutes.
I know. We don't have time for this now.
We should spend the last 5 minutes me looking for it.
That'd be awesome. Everyone would love that.
We're just silent. Oh, I think I found it. I could find it pretty quick, but he's like, my day. He's like, everyone else's day. He's like an entrepreneur guy, and he's like, everyone else's day's 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? He's like, my day, I split it in half. I've already had 2 days by the time you've done one. In 4 days, I've already had 6 days. And he's like, it compounds over a year. I've lived twice as many lives as you have. It's like, he's like, I come up with my own space time. Like, it's so funny. There's tons of memes making fun of it, but. So I got to show you that in the Christelia. Don't let me forget. I kind of want to end it earlier so I can just show you those clips because they're so good. But what was I saying?
You were talking about running. We had the what was it?
Oh yeah, my time. I had more time as a kid to read the books, so it just takes a long time to read these books. But it's good because it like drags out these books over like a year or two to read one book, and it's nice because they're such big books, such big like. Stories that and each book is all part of a bigger story because it's like this huge cosmic universe. So it's really good. I just feel like I live in those worlds, and now I associate like running with it, and like the areas that I run are associated with it. So like anytime I drive past the areas that I run, I'm like being pulled back into the book. I'm just like but
helping you run faster.
Yeah, so I love that. And it's nice because I don't feel like I'm not training for anything, so it's really chill running right now.
No, I want you to be training for something.
I don't want to be training because I just feel like stressed. That's something too that's so nice is like when I was running in right when I got married, when I was still like I think I still had some speed because I don't know. I kept thinking I was in high school.
At one point.
I did a half marathon with Dad.
Oh, half marathon.
But I hadn't really trained for that. But like around that time though, I was still like thinking I was in high school for some reason, high school speed. I looked back at my runs because I was curious.
Yeah.
Dude, I was going out for like 2 miles tops.
Oh.
And I was just running as fast as I could. I was going out running like six, like 10 pace for like 2 miles just for no reason. I'm like, I'm gonna go on my afternoon run and just sprint as hard as I can. I'm like, what was I doing? I was just going out for a mile, and I was looking. It was like a mile and a half, 2 miles, 1.3 mile. I'm just like running I was just opening the door, running as fast as I could till I couldn't run anymore, and just coming back. I'm like, what is that? That's not even running. That's just sprinting for no reason. Why was I doing that?
Well, I mean. In high school, I mean, you look back at times you ran in high school.
I know.
Even those times were kind of like, okay, that's doable.
You felt relaxed when you were running that speed, though, because you were like such good shape. But it's like that was like killing me.
Yeah.
And so now I look back, I'm like, so I love running longer, just longer and slower.
Chill
it's
pace.
So much better.
9, 10.
And I can listen to my book for 10 times longer. Instead of having a 12-minute run, I can have an hour and a half run and just chill and just run.
It's therapeutic because you got things slowly passing by you, and you're looking off into the distance.
I'm in a movie.
Hopefully not. Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know I'm running.
And you're just letting it play.
I don't even know where I am.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
people see me and I'm just eyes glazed over.
You showed up at my
put on
house
blinders.
once, dude. You rang the doorbell and I was
have
like,
sunglasses that are blacked out, and I just trust that I'm going to be able to find my way because I am in a movie.
When I tried talking to you when you showed up at my house. I was like, "You okay?" And you just had that earpods in.
And then I just forgot how to run, and I'm just trying again, and just
had to turn you around and send you back.
Yeah. So I really do enjoy that. That's how I ground myself. And I mean, you don't need much, but that is like the one thing that I will do. Like I get so excited for Saturday runs. Like I just love that so much. So,
and not as an escape, just a therapeutic.
I mean, it has to be a lot of things. It has to be an escape from like just, because the only time I get alone from kids, family, from being a job all the time, just as a job, it just gets so tiring. Yeah. And so it really is good to have that escape. But
that's awesome.
To be continued. We'll talk more about.
Honestly, I was going to segue into AI with the whole book thing. I have so many thoughts on that, but we'll end it here. And that's okay.
Don't even say that. Cut that part out. We'll come back. We'll wear the same clothes.
We could.
Don't change until the next time we record a podcast.
You have to keep your hair exactly the same. Okay. We need continuity here. Okay. Well, we're not done. This isn't the end of the episode.
Should we just keep going and then just tell Whitney tough luck?
Yeah. Sorry, Brinley. Okay. Deuces. Hey, thanks, man.